Bubby, can you go and hit the power button on the Super Nintendo Switch that is plugged into the Xbox? That's right down there. Yep. Flip the switch, please. Let's see if we get anything. Alright, there's a red light. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are we getting? I think this is going to be our last Super Nintendo video because we've kind of ran it into a ground a little bit with our excitement. But what I'm wanting to try to do today, is right now we have our SNES plugged into the back of our TV because the surround sound's dead. So I can't just change the input on the surround sound. I have just my Xbox plugged into the TV. So now we're having to change the input on the TV to play the SNES. But the Xbox has an HDMI, extra HDMI port where you plug in your cable box. So I'm going to try to plug in the Super Nintendo, install the One Guide app, and see if I can play the Super Nintendo through the One Guide. I don't know if One Guide's gonna recognize that it's not a cable box. I don't know. Let's see though. Let's see what happens. So we pull this HDMI cable right out of the back of the TV. Alright, now back here it's really difficult for me to show you plugging it in, but you should know that the Xbox One has two HDMI ports. I'm plugging the Super Nintendo into the extra one that's really for cable boxes. No, I've never been someone to move my stuff and dust it. That's why it looks bad out there. I keep the front, you know, kind of cleaned as much as I can, except for what she's destroyed. But yeah, that's just me. Alright, so now that the Super NES is plugged into the HDMI in, which is for your cable TV, if you have cable service like I did back in the day like a moron before I switched to Sling. Not calling people with cable services morons, just saying I felt like a moron once I realized what I was paying for. So, we're gonna go up to my games and apps. I think I have One Guide installed already, but I may have actually uninstalled it because wait, I didn't. So here's One Guide. Let's see what happens. So this should have a message just saying that there's no input. Yeah. Now, I believe there may be some setup to this, so you may have to kind of BS your settings to make it think that you have a cable box, but let's see. Bubby, can you go and hit the power button on the Super Nintendo Switch that's right there in front of the TV? That is plugged into the Xbox, that's right down there. The one on the left, the power button. Alright, there's a red light. Uh-oh, uh-oh, what are we getting? Oh! So you can do it. She's excited. So it is that simple. Now make sure it works first. Make it work. Pick up the other controller and let's make sure it actually, like, just go into Mario. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's working. Thumbs up. And so see, by having it hooked up like this, I can just grab my Xbox controller and, you know, just go right back into whatever I was, well, maybe I can't because I have this Guitar Hero controller hooked up that likes to do things, but see, I'm able to just switch it right back over to my other apps, which is where my video games are, where my YouTube, my Netflix, and my Sling is. So it really just makes life so much more easier having something plugged into that extra port, even if it's not a cable box, and if it'll work just like this does. It just makes life great. And that should really do it for today. So as I just showed you, if you have an Xbox One, you can install the One Guide app, which I already had installed. I didn't have to install it, but you can install One Guide. You can plug your Super Nintendo into the HDMI in port for your Xbox One, because your out port is what goes to your surround sound or your TV. And then essentially you just go to One Guide to switch over to the Super NES instead of changing the input on the TV, which is what I had to deal with because my surround sound receiver died the other day. Literally like 3 or 4 days ago. It just will not turn on anymore. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to give it a try because the Samsung uses this little like joystick to make you move the menu. It's really complicated. It's on the bottom of the TV, and and she's been like going into settings and stuff on accident. She knows exactly how to get to it, but I just wanted to make it easier for her. And honestly, I hate changing inputs. That was my biggest gripe about Android TV, was when Android TV first came out with a Logitech review, it actually worked like the Xbox One, had HDMI in and out, so it kind of overlaid in front of your Comcast box and was absolutely ingenious, and they got rid of it. Now you have to change an input. Same thing for Chromecast. I have to change an input to get to... I hate changing inputs. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you can hook your Xbox One up. Well, hopefully you can hook your Super NES Classic up through your Xbox One to make your life a little bit easier. She's over here playing the heck out of some Mario, so I'm going to join her in that. So I hope that everyone has a great day. Hit that like button if you can, and subscribe for me, and I will see you tomorrow. Deuces.
So, sorry for the poll that's in the way right now, but can anyone give me a real good reason of why Scott Steiner is advertising for Shoney's Kitchen and Bar? Hey, whatever.